Man, get myself together. Joe, you in a beautiful red. Oh,
Yeah.
man. No, all the Aboriginals
Red
gonna love you.
Bull.
Woo. Oh, there he goes. Feeling what time we here.
Yeah.
Feeling the time. The note. Yo, the cat's... Mouse is fast, but the cat is awake.
He was just asleep on the bed just now, and now he's waking up again.
Spicy mojito.
It's like he knows.
Why let the kill go? It's like he's a hunter.
Yeah. Okay, we should be seeing data here. Any second now.
Can I ask the question, how bad is Joker 2?
We gotta bring the personality, the energy.
Yeah. Watch, we gonna, oh man, wait till I send this to AD, it's gonna be on. on topics, whether conscious or cosmic. It's never nonsense, mega levels are microscopic. It's a Killah Priest project, AD control the rocket. Before we land the plane, many things we engage and explain. The unexplained, without mask. Welcome to the Killah Priest podcast. Killah Priest podcast. Yeah, I see you up in the building. Yeah, 1, 2. I see you up in the building. Up in the craft today. What's good, everybody out there, man? Welcome to the Killah Priest Podcraft. I am your host, Killah Priest Iron Sheik. You know what I mean? Running the Rockets now other than A Dizzle.
Welcome back.
Yo, and you know who we got in the building. Royal Priestess. Royal Priesthood Priestess. None other than Nero.
Yeah.
The 440. That's good.
The intro is fire. I'm just happy to be back.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
Right.
Peace and love to the Podcraft. Y'all know what's going on. Shout out to AD.
Yeah, AD.
Peace.
Yo, what's good? What's been going on?
I had to make a quick little run out here to see the family.
I know.
Been moving and shaking the last couple days.
You've been busy too.
Yeah, a lot going on. Had to make my little rounds real quick,
Right.
But it's been a vibe. It's definitely been a vibe. LA is different.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. LA is different.
You gotta find that electric part. You know what I mean? So it's always active. The reason why my voice is hoarse a little bit because I was out in San Diego during the week. We had the show. Man, I was hoping I'll see you there.
I know.
If flight lands at 9.
Damn, yeah,
how big you did it?
I got back I got here super late on Saturday, but you had the show on Sunday. I thought the show was Saturday.
It was Saturday.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So Sunday was meet and greet.
Oh,
so we
okay.
did a meet and greet Sunday.
Yeah.
That's when I had spoke to AD. Yeah. And it was coming in. Some retrograde stuff was happening.
Definitely.
Shout out to Lord Fury. Let me tell him something real quick. Yeah, but it was a great show. David Flores was the only one that showed up from the camp. That's because everybody didn't know that was the date. Like you said, it was like retrograde.
Yeah, it was a lot going on, And then by the time I got here, I got here like 8:00 on Saturday. So I thought I already had missed it, but yeah, I heard it was a vibe though.
Yeah, it was a vibe.
Yeah, it was a lot going on. Yeah,
it was a vibe. Man, shout out to everybody who got the fans. I told them to get the fans. I didn't bring it with me, but the fans has LED lights that say Killah Priest.
Okay.
Wu-Tang. It says Braxis, Podcraft. It got the date. People think it just said one thing, but it's like 15 things that it says.
Okay,
so it's kind of cool.
That's Priest's only fan.
What a good one, AD. That was great. That was a good one. You're on fire now.
I had that in the chamber for a little bit.
Yeah, man. So I heard you've been working. You, the Royal Priesthood has been moving.
Yeah.
And been doing things active. You and Little Da Vinci. Tell us about it.
Little Da Vinci, Crip Jesus.
Crip Jesus.
Yeah.
Yes,
Crip
indeed.
Jesus.
Yes, indeed.
Rasul pulled up.
Yeah?
Yeah, Rasul pulled up.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
I know Rasul gonna be there.
Yeah, when I first got here on Saturday, I had Lord Da Vinci. He told me to come through. Crip Jesus was there. We knocked out like 6 joints, like just right there. I think him and Da Vinci was working on some stuff. They got like 11 tracks done, and then he wanted me to throw some vocals down on some stuff, so I did that, knocked it out. And then we ended up linking again, and we did some more stuff, but we're going to keep that, in the tuck for right now. We can't talk too much about it.
Yeah. You know what tripped me out? And I know he's watching, but David Blazer came through.
Oh, yeah. He came through too. Yep, he came through.
Oh, what? He's everywhere now.
How you going to be in the House of Spitters? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dave Blaze. He was in the House of Spitters. Yo, man, that's word. That's like, man, being around that's a lot of good energy, Then you have Kyle Zodiac or Ty Phoenix walk in, then what? that's like Torch, and Kill Rifkin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Blazer's like Elon Musk now. He just appears everywhere.
Yeah.
He's everywhere.
Oh man. Yo, my man Cap Jones show up. You know
Cap Jones.
Yeah. Yo, man, it's so. The whole thing about today, I wanted today to be special. I had a guest that was going to come, but now we got you. This is great. Yeah, even better. Okay. But she does tea also. So she's from the Atlanta region. Her name is Nikki. Let me say this right. Hold up. She'd be like, "Oh, praise you." What's the name of her? Her name is Neo Nick, right? And I'm gonna send you because I want somebody. Her joint is called Zen Zulu.
Damn, Zen Zulu. Okay.
Yeah, let me send this to AD to show you how everybody's waking up to tea and putting a little tea cha in their life. And that's good, man, because it's all about water at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And we're all about, sorry, Neo Nick, shout out to Neo Nick. Zen Zulu, here it goes. And we can build, I said this to AD. This is a tea ceremony, so I don't care who you are, you don't have to be scared. You could get into it, you could be put, but you gotta sit down at some point and realize that water is giving you the life. You know what I'm saying? You have to connect somehow. If you cry, that's salt water coming out of your eyes. That's the ocean that we are all part of. Said you are what you eat, you are what you drink too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's true.
Right, show them AD. Shout out to the Podcraft. I see out there, Yag, Chosen Lore, Energy X. I like that. Eric Ramsey. What's that? Artemida.
Yeah, it's like
Andromeda.
Andromeda.
Oh, Andromeda.
Andromeda. Oh, my bad. Andromeda Miserables. Yeah.
Okay.
Beyond
Miserables.
Beyond past Andromeda.
Miserables.
Divine Intelligent. Shout out to you. Freddie Cali. Peace, Lord. Peace.
Yeah,
Like
they're coming
that.
through.
Yeah.
They're definitely
like
coming
that.
through.
All right, you can show it. So this is Neo Nick. We met her on the road, man, for a long time. She's Nigerian, so she does. She does massaging.
Okay.
Also, I see, and while drinking tea. Check it out. Any sound to it?
This is her website.
Well, I told her. Oh, that's her website. Well, I told her she's going to be a guest one day, and then we have put all my stuff together, and she'll be talking about the holistics of tea and how you can get. Look, wow, see that? Oh, that's what signing the book.
Teacher.
Yeah, she's a teacher too.
Okay.
So, I wasn't on this journey alone. You see her doing the feng shui. She got the tea going in there.
The copper bowls.
Wow. Breaking up the, holistic, a little hibiscus right there.
This kind of goes into the Dr. Sebi territory too. Right?
Yeah. We can have it on because she knows all about it. Word, the sister been doing this for a long time. I just spoke to her today, yesterday, and she's gonna be coming on. We're gonna be talking about some good stuff, along with the Zen Zulu. You know what I mean? Tea ceremony. So you gotta share that tea.
Yeah, that's hot.
See, we take everything and like, yo, you got the tea? It is all about where the person talking about person back. Oh, I got the tea on this.
Yeah,
man, at work, that's all it is, man. It's all about tea. These girls talking about the tea. I'm like, you mean gossip?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It's so funny how they turn everything negative.
Yeah.
Into taking all the virtue out of it, Look at that, floating in the water. All right, that's enough. AD, I think we're going in circles.
Yeah, but it's a loop-de-loop.
Yeah. Naphtali, new school of thought in the building. I see you. Shalom to the Killah Priest Podcraft, the moderators in the chat. Most High blessed now. MHB. Boom. That's how it is, man.
Naphtali.
No doubt, man. We'll love to talk to you about further getting into those Anunnakis and those fallen angels and stuff. We was just talking about the pyramids today, right? It was like, it was so amazing, AD, when you
amazing.
When you really go up there and you see the structures, you go, man, how? It does make you go, how?
Yeah.
But at least the Mayans, the Incas didn't claim that they did it. They said they inherited it, but it has serpents on it, and it's a commitment.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's a dedication, world life commitment. Like you got to be committed to the earth. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? To do a pyramid, you got to. I'm committed to the earth. I represent the earth, and if anybody comes, here's what I got. These pyramids standing in the back. It took us 5,000 years to do this.
They knew it would withstand the test of time. But what about the most recent?
Did they know that?
They knew that.
But maybe they saw it before. Maybe they saw it there before they even did anything.
Yeah. And that's something that I said too. I was like, it got to be a lot of science behind it for it to withstand so much corrosion and the weather and
that's what it was.
And all types of stuff. And it's still like standing like it was made yesterday.
The angle itself is a technology. But without even going there, you heard about the most recent findings that they have about it, right? About the coils that go deep underground.
No, I didn't hear about
that's
the coils.
Like the most recent. It goes in deep. Oh, it's like grounded into the deep, deep earth, man. It's bigger than we thought. Like this is most recent finding.
I know.
But yeah,
somebody said it was a what? Turn my mic up.
Go ahead.
Nah, somebody was saying it. People run out and said it was a hoax, things like that. But that's later to be discovered or something like that. But the coils, man. Tell me more about that, man. AD, you locked in?
No, I'm pulling it up on screen.
Check
it out.
Oh wow.
That's what's under the pyramid. They didn't recall it. What was the name for the pyramid?
Massive structures under the pyramids.
No, there's a name.
Mega structures found.
Netubisi? No. I'll get it.
Vast underground city. I mean, we knew it was a power center, covered in limestone, and it would be like a power center for the whole city.
Stargate.
It definitely, get you start thinking about those movies and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but if you consider the top of an obelisk, it's also a pyramid. So it makes you wonder, like, well, are they basically just the top of obelisks that go down really deep?
Right.
Shout out to Ben Frank. What up? Yeah, man. And it comes to a point. You know what people...
Go ahead.
People say, I'm coming. Let's get to a point, man.
Yeah.
It's like every time you have that pyramid image in your mind, let's come to a point. Bring everybody together. I mean, that has to be like a world gathering. Like Master Killah said, shout out to Master Killah. And I was was at his show. Shout out to him. They're ending their tour. But it's a gathering of like minds. It's crazy. It's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
I feel like Naphtali.
But when you see, Naphtali?
I feel like she has some information on this.
Oh, Naphtali, Naphtali's on one of them ships.
What if I told you?
Shout out to Naphtali. Naphtali says, oh, you know that. Salute AD, the Most High bless. There's a lot of things that we don't understand, and we don't allow ourselves to be adventurous. The imagination alone is incredible. When sparked, it's capable of mostly anything. And the mind can become omnipotent. You could create things in the imagination. This is how cults started, cults and things like that. By tapping into that, and then the trees and the plants had to calm us down and say, no, if you want this, take this mushroom.
Right.
I'll show you the heaven's gate, unlock mysteries, and while weed. It just goes, look, the psychedelic realm is always there. Animals take it. Yeah, so they tap into dimensions.
Yeah.
But see, when the dimensions start tapping into us,
that's when things will really start elevating. Yeah.
That's what it was. But
it's like it's already there. The dimensions are existing, but like our ability to tune into that frequency is what the theogens assist us with. So whether it be meditation, whether it be through astral projection when you're, half asleep, or whether it be through theogens like, weed, like you said, or mushrooms, LSD, all of those are going to tune your brain like a radio into a different frequency, and you can get a whole other perspective.
Yeah.
DMT itself is its own tuned station.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But everything is still existing whether we see it or not, but like our ability to, we're like transistors.
Yeah, transistors.
Yeah.
And tuning in, because I'm in tune.
Yeah.
And the water is known as channels.
Yeah.
So you have beach channels. Each channel you're tuning in, it's waves of communication coming. I mean, that liquid alone, that's what we gave it the name liquid. Alone. And then what you said, you started off by saying water erosion. It says, look, we can tell you time too. In its own way, it's telling us time. This thing has been here for a very long time because we evaporated on it, disappeared. But we left a remnant of something that we can see and be like, wow, that's God. That's the universe speaking. We are part of it. And so we are part of it. We for all cells of this. Let me park my car now and slow myself down.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Because we start blasting off into the, into the universe. Conductive. Shout out to Ben Fraser, Priesthood, whole Podcraft. No doubt that was interesting. But I want to show something today as I was going to bring her on. Shout out to John Newsom. You have anything you want to say?
I'm cool. Yeah, I'm just letting you take the lead for real, and I add my little pieces here and there.
Okay.
I'm cool.
AD Mitch Hortwitz was a great guest.
Oh man, he was good.
You and him, y'all went in.
It was speaking my subjects.
Check it out.
Those are subjects we don't get to talk about that much.
You know anything about Manly P. Hall?
Of course.
He's coming back.
Astrotheology. Yeah. He's one of the main ones that inspired also Santos Bonacci. So he's before Santos. Because Santos was inspired by Manly P. Hall, Jordan Maxwell. It's all kind of in the same realm, speaking about syncretism and astrotheology.
Well, Mitch Hortz is coming back.
That'd be cool.
His knowledge on Manly P. Hall is phenomenal. And just like Jordan, Jordan knew him.
Oh, wow. Personally?
Yeah. Manly was cool. He knew William Cooper, Manly P. Hall. So the Podcraft is going to have a deep, it's going to be deep that day. That day I'm going to have my notebook open and sit there like, whoa, wow, damn.
Yeah, you got it.
Man.
You got to come prepared.
Yep, it's electrifying. I can't wait. He's coming back too. So 2025, we're going to have a lot of that. And let's get into this. Mental complex. Let me see if it's the right one, and then I'll send it to you again, AD. Or you can go through it because I sent it to you before.
Okay, what's it called?
It was called Mental Complex. Hold up. Don't want that first. Hold up. Because those are...
Every mental complex explained?
I mean, we could... Yeah, but hold on. Oh, no, let's go to this one first. Every misconception debunked. A lot of people have their own perceptions of things, and they just say things just to say it, follow the whole role. Yeah. But when you sit down and you think about things, it's like, man, just slow it up a little bit. Like, I didn't want to go into that deep one yet, but we're going to scratch the surface with this. Yeah, just take that back to the top, and let's go.
Adidas wasn't named after All Day I Dream About Sports. It actually comes from the founder's name, Adolf Addy Dassler, back in 1949. Those other meanings were just jokes that came out in 1978. Searing does not seal moisture in meat. In fact, it causes it to lose some moisture. Meat is seared to brown it to affect its color, flavor, and texture. Twinkies, an American snack cake generally considered to be junk food, have a shelf life of around 45 days, despite the common claim that they remain edible for decades. Except for some perishables, properly stored foods can safely be eaten past their expiration dates. The vast majority of expiration dates in the United States are regulated by state governments and refer to food quality, not safety. Microwave ovens do not cause cancer, as microwave radiation is non-ionizing and therefore does not have the cancer risks associated with ionizing radiation.
Stop.
Walt Disney Studios Snow White.
It may not be cancer causing, but it's still not good for you because it messes up the water.
Food shouldn't be that quick. Like micro, but you know, this thing where everybody runs and goes, no, it causes cancer. It causes cancer for years and years. But, you know, there's people that ate all type of stuff, man.
But it does change the molecules.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
The food and stuff.
If you're
nuking it. You're just nuking your nutrition. I wouldn't put carrots in there.
Yeah, if you put microwave water on plants, it'll kill the plant. But if you put regular hot water that's from a stove in a plant, it's fine. So it's not the heat.
But we got to start demonstrating some of these things, like doing it. That's messed up. Yeah, we good, right? Yeah, we just start demonstrating. If you say that, we got to microwave some water, pour it on the plant, and see it die.
Yeah, see, there's general explanations that can be debunked, but there's nuanced explanations that still make it bad. Like, people are going to say, oh, high fructose corn syrup is still sugar and it's okay to eat. But we all know high fructose corn syrup is not good compared to sugar. Do you know what I mean? But that's too nuanced.
It supports some of the things you say.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's what I was saying. I knew you was going to like this one. This is good.
There's the general explanations and then there's the nuance. Yeah. I'm so nuanced, I drive people crazy.
99 Champ said he only eat raw. That's cool. Yeah.
Eat raw what?
Fruits and vegetables.
I mean, that could be harsh. Yeah, fruits, that could be harsh on the stomach, though, too. Raw carrots
baby, I
is
like
fantastic for you. Having raw carrots, that's great. But raw broccoli,
apples,
it's going to tear up your system. And raw kale, it's going to, but I like
those apples on the teeth. No, it's all good. I mean,
it's nuanced,
remember, this is all our opinions. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't have to do what we say or what we don't like. You know what I mean? It's up to you. Everyone is free to do. The world is yours.
Yeah.
And you're free to do whatever you want. We just say, things that might make you go,
It's nuance. It's just nuance.
Right. All right, let's go.
There you go.
And the Seven Dwarfs was not the first animated film to be feature-length. El Apostol, a lost 1917 Argentine silent film that used cutout animation, is considered the first. Sign languages are not the same worldwide. Aside from the Pidgin International Sign, each country generally has its own native sign language,
now, let me
some
say this.
have more than one.
Now, this is going deep because some of the things are just, we know already. You know what I mean? But it's like across the world. Like when he started talking about the one with when you go to sleep, spiders come in your mouth. Like some of those things are like fairy tale, like the fairy godmother doesn't take your tooth. Some things we do know but they cover a vast of it in a short time, which we don't even have attention span like that no more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get into that. There's a reason why we are so distracted and we have to fight back now. Try not looking at the internet for a minute and just reading a book. It's very hard. We're gonna get into that. Go ahead.
The United States does not require police officers to identify themselves as police in the case of a sting or other undercover work, and police officers may lie when engaged in such work. Chewing gum is not punishable by caning in Singapore. Although chewing gum-related offenses have always been only subject to fines, possession or consumption of chewing gum itself is not illegal. Chalk outlines in crime scenes are rare in modern investigations, despite being a popular trope in fiction.
Yeah, pause this one. Do this one instead.
There's two of them.
I know. We'll do the second one then.
Do the second one?
The other one, yeah. We're going to get into this. But it's another one. It covers a couple of the things that it said, but I like the other one too. Because that was crazy chalk outline.
Misconceptions are everywhere.
Yeah,
they spread like wildfire, passed down from generation to generation, whispered in classrooms, and shared at dinner tables. Today, we're setting the record straight. In just 8 minutes, I'll debunk the most common misconceptions that have fooled millions. Get ready for a whirlwind of myth-busting facts. 1, you only use 10% of your brain.
Is this not the one either?
Hollywood loves this one, but it's completely false.
Send me the one.
Brain imaging studies show that almost all parts of your brain are active at different times.
Yeah.
Whether you're reading, eating, or daydreaming, your brain's working overtime. So yes, you're smarter than the movies give you credit for. 2,
I agree with that.
Goldfish have a 3-second.
Now, here it goes. That was the same as the other one, but let's just play this one because I watched it. I watched all 3 of them, but some of them just say the same things. You know what I mean?
These are pretty good. Hold on, it's taking a minute on this side.
Retrograde is still, we out of retrograde, but it's still activating some ways.
WhatsApp takes a second on the desktop version. It goes right to my phone fast, but I have to wait for the desktop to sync. There we go. Got it.
This is the one I was checking.
Waking a sleepwalker is not dangerous. Gently guiding them back to bed is safer than letting them wander. Bulls don't get angry at the color red, they are colorblind to it. They charge at the movement of the matador's cape, not its color. Goldfish don't grow to the size of their tank. They grow normally, just like every other animal. Touching frogs does not give you warts. Dropping a penny from a skyscraper can't kill someone, mainly thanks to air resistance. Hair and fingernails don't continue to grow after death. The skin dehydrates and retracts, giving the appearance of growth. Sharks can't smell a drop of blood from miles away. Even though they do have a really strong sense of smell, that claim is just exaggerated. Humans didn't evolve from modern monkeys. We share a common ancestor, but we evolved on separate branches of the evolutionary tree.
Yes.
Eating carrots does not improve night vision,
happened?
even though they are...
Rewind that part.
I agree with that.
Yeah, what you said.
Rewind it?
Yeah.
Humans didn't evolve from modern monkeys. We share a common ancestor, but we evolved on separate branches of the evolutionary tree. Eating carrots does not improve night vision, even though they are good for eye health due to vitamin A. The Earth isn't closer to the sun in summer. Seasons are caused by the tilt of the Earth's axis. Dogs don't age...
Wow.
We gotta let that slide.
Yeah, because there's a lot, because just because we heard it for years. I mean, they put out concepts. Remember, we was talking about Thomas Jefferson and the founding forefathers the other night, and it's the truth. It's like everything that they told us is not the truth.
Yeah.
It's not. It just keeps rolling. What do you mean? They're gonna talk about George Washington too. What do you mean he never chopped down a cherry tree or never told a lie?
Right.
How
What
they
do
know
you
that?
mean? Yeah, exactly.
How do they say that?
Yeah. Who is this guy? Is he a saint or something like that? The guy who walked around with the peg leg and the wooden teeth. Come on, bro. Let's just. I'm just saying it.
Yeah.
Make it make sense. Yeah. They say, oh no, the goldfish. They did science tests on it. It doesn't grow to the size of your fish tank, like they said.
Yeah,
it's just the size of it.
People just be saying stuff.
Yeah.
And then other people just say it, and then it just becomes like a whole thing.
Telephone.
You know? Yeah.
Think about everybody. Yeah. And things switch up, change, and this is how it is. This is how it is.
It's like rumors. You see how rumors go around, and the next thing you know, people be saying something dumb.
Yeah. Because it's even like stuff that we've known or we've said in like black families that's not even true. Like,
right.
Like you can't drive with the car light on, or just like little stuff like that where it's like, y'all just made that up.
If you ever played telephone in the first grade, you know how they'd whisper a secret to the person next to them, and they pass on that message all the way. By the time it comes all the way around, it's a completely different.
It changed. It's nothing what you said.
It's crazy.
Nothing what you said. Go ahead.
7 years for every human year. Aging varies by breed and size, and smaller breeds often live longer than larger breeds. The color of your tongue doesn't indicate your health. While some diseases can cause changes in tongue color, a healthy tongue can vary in color for many benign reasons. Vein blood is dark red, not blue. Veins appear blue due to light scattering through the skin. Eating sugar does not directly cause type 2 diabetes, but it can contribute to obesity, which is the real cause of it.
Oh,
Dogs aren't
I agree with
colorblind.
that 100%. See? Remember how you called me Mr. Sugar for a while?
Yeah.
I was always defending sugar.
I didn't call you Mr. Sugar.
You did. Because I knew the power of sugar, but people think sugar causes diabetes.
Yeah.
Like, careful
agree.
with that soda.
Yeah.
It's going to cause diabetes. I'm like, bro, you don't even know.
I was talking about the white sugar, you know, the sugar that was processed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
With the cane sugar, but I knew what you was talking about.
Yeah.
So yes, there you go. The obesity that's behind the sugar, and that is what causes that.
I like that subject. I don't know why, but I think it's interesting. Insulin resistance.
It's good to debunk a whole bunch of bullcrap that's going on.
That's
it comes back to Dr. Sebi, because Dr. Sebi was right about the importance of fruits.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's sugar, but you know, the vitamins and the fiber is important.
Hey, it's just sweet, man. It's good. It's sweet to the mouth. You can't front. Sugar is good.
Yeah.
It's like, but you gotta maintain yourself because you know the teeth.
Can't overdo it.
Like, you can't overdo anything.
Exactly.
Let's go.
It can see colors, just not as many as humans.
Right.
They see shades of blue and yellow, but have difficulty distinguishing between red and green. Drinking 8 glasses of water is not a universal rule. The amount of water a person needs varies and includes water obtained from food and other beverages.
Boom! Give me a ball.
I'm over here trying to chug all this water and just end up going to the bathroom every hour. 8 glasses of water. That's a lot.
Yeah, exactly. You just need enough for your body.
You
Just let you know.
can lose minerals that way. You're just diluting yourself.
And then everybody is different weights. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you know what everybody, I don't know.
Thank you.
It just doesn't make sense.
Thank you. Thank you. Your birthday is down, but if you was in China, your birthday would have been past already. You know what I'm saying? But we just do things because we're here. Take a flight and get 2 birthdays. Hours ahead. You know what I mean? Take a flight New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Good.
There's no evidence that points to the fact that eating ice cream while you have a cold makes you sicker. The idea that people swallow a certain number of spiders while sleeping is a myth with no basis in fact.
Right.
Taste buds aren't only in your tongue. They can be found on the roof of the mouth, the inside of the cheeks, and the throat. It's not true that different parts of the tongue taste different flavors, since all taste buds can detect the 5 basic tastes. Coffee doesn't stunt your growth. Reading in dim light doesn't cause permanent eye damage. It can only cause eye strain. Houseflies don't have a lifespan of 24 hours. They usually live for about 20 to 30 days.
Wow.
There is no historical evidence to support the claim that Vikings drank from the skulls of their enemies. The Earth's core is not molten lava. It's liquid metal, mostly iron and nickel. But the inner core is solid metal. Mount Everest isn't the closest point to space. Due to the equatorial bolt.
You don't get the.
How do they know that?
Right.
Now, it does make sense that it's not molten lava, because why is the deepest part of the ocean cold as hell?
What? How do you know? Have you been to the bottom of the...
No, but that's what they say.
Who said
Otherwise, the bottom of the ocean would be hot.
Who knows? In certain places, it might be.
Maybe. Volcanic areas, yeah.
Yeah, volcanic. Yeah. They have underwater, what I saw was they have underwater caves. And they have places that you can go underwater and come out and be underwater, but in a cave in a pond. That's crazy, right? It's an air pocket. So you can go underwater and be under the ocean, but it's natural air there.
There's so much undiscovered stuff in our ocean.
Yeah.
We're over here trying to go to space, but there's so much undiscovered stuff already in the ocean that we have to,
because we're already in space.
I was about to say, they say that the ocean is space.
We're already in space.
I agree with that, yeah.
We're already there.
You know?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Oh, it's going to go more into Earth stuff right now.
Oh, shit. Oh, look at you. Oh!
There you go.
Liquid, let's go. Shout out
The
to
summit of Mount
Shout out to us. Stuff on Flat Earth not too long ago. So.
Oh, yeah? You're a flat earther?
I'm not necessarily, but I do,
She's on the brink.
Hey!
She's looking into it.
You seeing what's going on.
And those Sagittarius will look into things.
1 foot, yeah.
I'm
one
starting
foot
to kind of
AD.
lean. I'm not going to lie. I am starting to kind of lean towards, because
Flatty.
it's not making sense. Oh, I seen something that it looked similar to like a snow globe or something like that. Yeah, it's a lot going on.
We had a big ass snow globe.
Yeah, big ass.
He going great. He feel comfortable now. He started.
Always comfortable.
He's like, yeah,
I'm always comfortable.
Okay, Nero.
You ready?
Chimborazo in Ecuador is the farthest point from the Earth's center and thus closer to space than Mount Everest. Houseplants don't increase indoor oxygen levels significantly.
What?
They increase it in really small amounts, which does not really make a difference.
Okay. Still nice to have.
Yeah, in a crib.
Yeah.
Hey, you doing fine. I don't have the snake plant. You'll get the snake plant.
Snake plant's good.
That's what they tell you. Get the snake plant.
That's a strong plant.
It increases the oxygen. I can breathe. Well, you get outdoors. Just open up.
I got one right here too.
Why you put them outside?
Wow.
You can put them anywhere. They're one of the strongest plants you can have is a snake plant.
But we are on the planet outside.
It could go without water for like 30 days, still alive. It won't be as green, but it's still alive. And you can resurrect it. They can clone each other. Snake plant's great.
No, that's cool.
So it should be grown in the desert then.
Anywhere. I mean, desert may be tougher. Cactus can live in the desert.
They hold their water.
Yeah.
And they have to have these spikes because things want their water.
Yeah.
So they be like, mechanism, spiky thong.
Right.
Well, they tried their weapons. You know what's amazing is that they did their weapon warfare thousands of years ago. They said this little needle. Right? Cactus been around. How long has cactus been around? They just said we have a little needle.
Since the
We have
get-go.
protect, and like roses, they say we will protect ourselves with these. They didn't figure it out yet.
It's a beautiful flower.
It is.
Well, a rose nose is beautiful. That's why it has thorns, because it knows it's beautiful, and people would snatch him by his neck, cut it off, and throw it in a jar with just half of his skinny body.
That's why hot
And a
girls.
bunch of 12 of them.
That's why girls have those long nails.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
their
gonna do a
thorn.
song about that.
Yeah, no,
12
that's
roses, because they don't know each other. It's just like us again. You know what I mean? You got the lifespan, then they start hanging over. You know what I'm saying? Like there he goes, and we hand it to our loved ones.
And we hand it to our loved
Yeah,
ones.
we might as well just throw it because we ought to kill the rose.
A lot of girls, they'll hang the rose upside down. You seen that?
That's weird.
No.
You hang the rose up so that way when it dries out, it just stays upright.
Oh, that's
Once it's dead, you just put it back up.
Oh, come wait a minute.
Okay.
Man.
Oh man, what did they do?
In high school, that's what the girls did.
Jerky? What is it? Trying to be jerky?
They just hang it upside down.
Damn. Just sucking all the life that.
Once it starts to
Ben
like
died.
lean over.
When he loved me so much, it dried out. No virtues in it. You have to put it, soak it. It's gone.
Girls will find a way. That's what they do.
It's not even red no more. It's like a dark, dried up blood brown.
It's like a burgundy. kind of a maroon.
It's like a burgundy.
The strings all. And when it shot, oh man.
The thorns still hurt.
I love you.
The thorns are still there.
I know. I love you so much. Look at you gave me a rose. All right, let's keep it going.
Yeah.
Dogs' mouths aren't cleaner than humans' mouths. They both contain a large amount of bacteria, and neither is necessarily cleaner than the other. The brand name Adidas is derived from the...
Now hey man. Hey, bacteria is bacteria.
Yeah, that is true.
You know what I mean?
Some girls
That don't mean
are-
say kiss the dog in the mouth.
Yeah.
I've seen girls do that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't know why they ever made up that lie saying that the dog's mouth was cleaner than our mouths when we don't eat poop.
I mean,
and
they
throw
lick
up.
themselves.
That's what I'm
nasty.
saying. Like it's
There's an excuse to kiss him in the mouth. Yeah, tongue kiss. Roll on the floor.
that's the one.
Roll around. If you do that, I'm not saying, there's maybe people out there that love kissing their dog in the mouth, rolling around on the floor. I just don't, it's animals.
Some people got them pit bulls with this drooling all the time. I can't
You
stand
love your
that.
dog.
That's nasty.
Just love your dog. Yeah.
Can't do that.
It's too much.
Every dog bites if it eats.
The biggest dog lovers are tourists. Tourist people. Most tourist people, they have a dog. They love dogs. That's their thing. Is the dogs. So I meet a girl at work, and she said she's a tourist. I'm always like, how many dogs do you have? So how do you know I had a dog?
Yeah.
Because you're a tourist. Tourists love dogs. It's just a thing.
Oh, so cool. I love,
It's a thing.
Dogs, man, like I told you, I love the dog bark. I love the sounds that they make. I think they kind of like therapeutic. Their bark just means
Close
life.
to human. They're pretty close to human. They can eat almost anything we eat except for chocolate and chicken bones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they still be eating chicken.
No, they
bones.
yeah. Come on.
It's just not good for them.
No. Raw chicken bones. Look it up.
Yeah.
It's good for the dog.
You can just get stuck in their
No,
esophagus.
you're talking about cooked chicken bones.
Oh.
I wanted to challenge you on that. Yeah, just look it up. It's not my. It's information.
You're saying the cooked chicken bones?
I had pit bull dogs, and I went to. I was about to cry right now, man. 'Cause I lost my. Yeah, man. You gonna come when I came back said, "Oh, my dog broke away." It was a sad story. I don't want to talk about, but it was like jumped over the fence. Yeah. Inky and then Lil forever. Everybody's in Stockton. It made noise out in Stockton, yo. My dog Inky was off the hook. Yeah. He made noise out there. All right. Moving on.
And neither is necessarily cleaner than the other. The brand name Adidas is derived from the name of its founder, Adolf
All Day I Dream About
Adidas,
Sex.
not from All Day I Dream About Sports.
No,
microwaves don't cause.
Stop!
We did that.
I debunked that.
The kids in
I
school.
debunked that.
It means all day I dream about sex. Nah.
That's what the Beavis and Butthead friends did.
Yeah. No, they right. They right. We did make that up. We made it up, yo. It's Italian. Yeah. Fila B said it's Italian. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know that either. Shout out to you, King. AD. A1 dog breeds are the best. Hey, man. No doubt. Get your paperwork. Understand your dog. Dog will stick with you through the end. Right? They be looking at their master.
They're pretty loyal.
Yeah, no, that's
faithful.
Real. Yeah.
Even when they scared. But you know the funniest thing in the world? You see, and I hate to say it, but it is a stray dog. Like when somebody lose it, because they be running like they be confused. Like they just won't stop. Like anybody, come here. They just run and they just keep going. They have this face like, what the hell's going on? For real. I wish no one ever lose a dog, but sometimes when I see them, their faces. They just make the craziest looking face.
A stray dog ran in front of my car when me and my buddy Carlos were driving in Long Beach. And it came in so fast. I'm like, no! And I couldn't brake fast enough, so I felt it tumble underneath the car. I'm like, oh no!
Let's just stop this.
I looked to the side and it kept like rolling, and then it just started running again. Like it was fine. It took the tumble and then started running again. So it wasn't hurt, obviously, but I was so relieved.
Oh, well, that's good.
That, you know what I mean? So I guess I hit him and I didn't run over him. I just made him roll.
Right.
So it gave him a push and roll, and he just kept on running.
Right.
But the way he was acting almost felt like he knew it was his bad. Do you know what I mean? Because I didn't swerve. It was too late to swerve. It was too dangerous to swerve. But I was so upset.
It's
my bad, bro.
It's hard to explain. The way the dog acted afterwards.
You say yourself.
It's the way he jumped back up. He rolled back up as if though like, yeah, that was me. You know what I mean? It's just the vibe I got from him because I looked at him like, are you good? And he just kept running, but he wasn't limping. He didn't look hurt.
You know what?
He just bounced right back up after the roll. It was a tumble, like plum 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 plum. And I told but Carlos was just laughing his ass off. But I was like, oh no! Like I was like, I'm dramatic. My moon is in Leo, so when something happens, it's a bigger deal than it actually is. But I thought I had killed a dog. But it plum 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 kept on running, gave me a look like my bad, and I was like, oh.
You know that, Bobby?
Yeah.
No, because there's stray dogs that probably been hit a couple of times.
Yeah.
And they just used to the street life.
They got PTSD.
Yeah, because it reminded me of this episode from It's Always Sunny. Matt has a dog. Yeah, in Philadelphia, he has a dog that it just won't die. They just leave it. It goes wherever it wants and whatever. At the end of the show, it always come back. People think it's dead, and they just put food by it, and like, oh man, it's dead. And they thought it was dead one time. They put it, and they just got. He said, nope, he's back up. They just get up. Well, that's what that reminded me. Yeah,
man,
it's a good story. Man.
Ran out in the middle of the street, man. It was too quick to do anything.
Yeah, the chat was having fun with y'all on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone's.
Yeah, I love that. It's funny, man.
But he's alive and he survived, so that's cool.
Nah, that's all that matters.
It takes AD sense of humor, too.
That's all that matters.
I was like, what do you do? Do you call 911 in a situation like that? Is there an 811 for dogs? I don't know how to.
Oh, my goodness. Yo, that was crazy.
My heart dropped, though. I was afraid, man. I love animals, you know.
Yo.
Fella B says he ran over a kangaroo. That's right. He's in Australia.
Oh, what?
And he said, I'm good. What about the kangaroo?
Yeah.
You damn.
Is the kangaroo good?
Yeah.
But kangaroos are pretty tough, too. They got those strong legs.
Nah, that is true.
They walk around ripped.
Yeah, but
kangaroo probably through the car.
They got those strong legs.
Roadkill is real, man.
Kangaroo probably bounced back.
Yeah. Deers in the headline. That was good.
I just got it.
That's just good. I'm telling you, AD on the road.
Probably
bouncing.
He said they probably bounced back.
Wait, respond back. What happened to the kangaroo? We need to know.
Yeah. Let's tell us about that.
He good. My car was destroyed, he says.
Oh, he good. My car was okay.
Oh, that strong? Damn, a little strong. That was good, man. That was a good story, AD.
Outskirt says
the dog said, "Yo, it's my bad."
It was a look. It was the look on his face, Priest. I cannot describe it. But he looked back at me, like with this look on his eye, like, you know what I mean? This is kind of like like I've been through this before.
My bad.
It's so hard to explain a dog's expression. But he just gave me this look. Like, yeah, that's on me. That's how I took it. I could be wrong. He could have been thinking something else.
I got no time to.
But I wanted to take the optimistic route and consider it like, you know, he was apologizing.
Oh.
But yeah, he was good. He's good. It was one of those short-haired dogs. Like the ones. Remember the dog from The Simpsons?
Oh yeah, that Santa's.
Yeah, Santa's little helper.
Yeah.
It was like that type of dog, but bigger.
Oh.
It was a good-sized dog.
It was a good size.
It was a good-sized dog.
I'm sorry.
But my buddy Carlos was laughing at me the whole time. Because I was yelling like, "No! Oh my gosh!" Yeah.
I'm laughing like Muttley too. Real Muttley. Oh man, yo, I gotta chill for a minute. Yeah, that was hilarious. When did it happen, man?
In Long Beach.
Damn.
Just like on those big streets. I was going about 35.
It just keep getting worse.
I know. It's only because I heard the tumble under the car. So but when I heard the sounds of the flop flop, I was thinking like, oh no, it's over.
Flop flop.
Like it felt like he did it on purpose. You know what I mean? Like this dog was trying to end it himself. You know? But
oh man,
like I said, he's good.
We get a tissue.
Didn't I give you tissues over there? Oh no, I think you're out of tissues. I'm gonna buy you a new box. I'm trying to make sure that Priest always has everything he needs at his desk. But I think he's out of Kleenex.
Yeah, somebody said they like the pencil. The pen is the slate. I like that too.
Oh, his feather pen.
Yeah, it's like the old school.
Yeah.
Like you dip.
I mean, he's a writer.
Mm-hmm.
So I always figured, you know, he needs to have his feather pen. Okay, box of tissues. Go to the store tomorrow.
Are you better rest? You break it down.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
You good? We can keep going with the video.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Cancer, since they use non-ionizing radiation, which does not have enough energy to remove tightly bound electrons or cause cancer. Listening to classical music doesn't make you smarter.
Yes, it does, because it's made in 432.
That's true.
The Mozart effect is in 432 hertz, which is why when the mother's pregnant, you want to play Mozart specifically, not Schumann, maybe some Bach, but not every classical song's in 432 hertz, but a big majority of Mozart is in 432 hertz. And that frequency, is in the resonance of, the planet. Mm-hmm. Or the plane, whatever.
No, AD, that doesn't make you smarter.
It's better than distorted. I mean, consider the difference between Mozart and, like, heavy metal music.
I'm about to say it might heal yourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, so is that why they had Hannibal Lecter going to the opera?
Smarter people will tend to gravitate towards classical music. There's a complexity and simplicity to it at once.
He was eating people.
Yeah, that's a psychological...
I'm on your side. I'm saying maybe that was like how they say music soothed the savage beast. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, he went crazy. Maybe the 432 hertz was in the class. Because they always, like, Phantom of the Opera, like, there's always killers around operas and movies.
Intellect doesn't always mean morality.
Right.
So that's why there's so many evil geniuses.
Right, so that's just what's getting
when you see so many villains, they're like geniuses because they build all this crazy stuff, but they're the bad guy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Lex Luthor. Yeah. Scientists, mostly.
Yeah. So there's morality, and then there's etiquette, and then there's intelligence.
I agree with that. I would say, I can see that. Like, going to, like, it makes you smarter. Don't go to the if you're not that sharp, don't go through an opera and thinking you're going to be a mathematician. But I'm just saying, it's step by step. It's a little bit like real life. Like, maybe you'll relax a little bit better and you start thinking clear.
There's something about the strings that neurologically is nice because your mind notices the symphony of music. It's very complex, but at the same time, if you just sat down and listened to some like Tchaikovsky, you'll notice your mindset changed a little bit. It's similar to like meditation music or calmness and stuff like that, but you should try it. Like put on some classical music. I think everyone has their thing. I like Tchaikovsky.
Yeah, no, I started listening to blues. And if you get into, what's the movie I always talk about with the black guy that was playing the fiddle? Very good movie, man. I showed someone and they cried. So great. Chaperon from France. What's that movie? Chaperon, or something like that. Anyway, let's keep it going.
Okay.
Mozart effect suggests that listening to Mozart may temporarily enhance spatial temporal reasoning, but it doesn't increase overall intelligence or long-term cognitive abilities. There is no historical evidence pinpointing December 25th as Jesus' exact birth date. This date was chosen by early Christians to coincide with existing pagan festivals.
No, which correlates with the sun. So he might keep going. Let's let him keep going because if you've seen Zeitgeist, it explains this already.
Okay, yeah.
It's a seasonal thing.
Mm-hmm.
The sun isn't yellow; it emits white light.
Oh, see, he didn't even go into that. So
you go into it.
This movie. I mean, this thing doesn't know about how the winter solstice happens every year.
There you go. Monster got it.
On December 21st, like that's just the way the sun works. On December 21st, the sun, the God's son, dies on the cross of the zodiac and is dead for 3 days, only to be resurrected on December 25th. Mm-hmm. It happens every single year. Now, the pagans knew about it.
But hold on. Can I say one thing that one of the chat members is saying? Bring it down some. Moonstar XO has it. It's called Saturnilla.
Yeah.
That was the original Christmas in Rome that they celebrated on that day.
100%.
And you see the word Saturn in it, so there you go with your galaxy.
Yeah. I mean, it's all astrology. You'd be surprised how much is just astrology.
Wasn't Saturn a god, right?
Saturn is the black sun.
Mercury is a god.
Yeah. Saturn is Satan. It's the black sun. It's the opposing one. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's a beautiful story. But see, science books aren't fun. Science books aren't interesting. It's hard to pass down a science book because it can be misworded. But if you put it into stories, if you put science into allegories, if you put science into metaphors, it becomes a lot easier to pass down through generations because now the science is hidden in the stories. Yeah. But it's only meant for those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. Do you know what I mean? The elite knew this and decided, Julius Caesar, JC, Jesus Christ, wanted to flip himself as being the god. They're like, we're going to use this calendar now. And we're going to take out all of these scriptures so y'all are always confused and make you go to a thing called church where we keep you confused.
Right. Exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying?
And the people that do get
I'm not gonna
these fragments of mysteries, you still got to break it down like the Da Vinci Code to figure out.
Yeah, if you want to know the esoteric.
Exactly.
The exoteric is still value in it. So I'm not saying, church is bad at all or anything. Like there's still a lot of good things to get from the literal interpretation.
Yeah, I'm not going to go in
the literal interpretation, there's still plenty of good insight to get and good life advice you can get from the exoteric. But there's layers that you could learn about like the astrological interpretation, the biological interpretation. Through the biological interpretation is where your spinal cord is the Jordan River.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you already know about raising the Kundalini and the Santa Claustrum and all that. Like, it's a lot of like stories hidden into the body itself,
Christ consciousness.
Crossing the Red Sea from the left brain to the right brain with the corpus callosum. That you know what I mean? The left brain is Egypt.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It gets deep.
Yeah. But it's so interesting though. I can go for hours on ChatGPT just going back and forth with.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll be like, isn't it true that blah blah blah? And then it goes in deeper.
Wow.
Crazy. But I'm digressing like a bone.
No.
But
I'm asking
his video
somebody if they want to come in. This is very interesting. No, it was something that you said that I was like, I kind of like came to that conclusion. Oh, it's not the people that join. They just like to do it because it kind of like pacified them. But when you know something and you hide it from the people, then you become like, other. Then you become like a deceiver. So if you know, oh man, this right here means this, but I'm gonna say this to pacify people's feelings. So the sheep is just regular. For people, grandma, you gonna continue going. My sister, shout out to you, gonna continue going. But it's if the shepherd ain't right, and most of them are not, then you're gonna mess up the whole thing. So their teaching is what kind of like throws a lot of people, turn people off. And then like the other preacher that blocked his gate, that blocked his
yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, what was it about?
It's the one that's saying
close the door.
Never would have made it. Yeah, I think Marvin said, was it?
Yeah, recently he closed the doors of his church because he wanted 40K.
Yep.
Oh wow.
40K.
He said it's about 2,000 y'all in here right now, and he said it's about 500 to 1,000 watching. Y'all can all invest $20, $40. I'll walk away with my 40K gold.
Reach down.
Lock the doors.
Yeah.
Marvin Sapp.
Marvin Sapp,
There you go, man. I love the Podcraft. Yo, y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming through for us, man. They want you to reach down in your pockets, deep.
I wonder who he owe.
Yes, Richard Pryor. But he did the preaching. I want to reach down.
A lot of the church makes a lot of money and they pay no taxes.
Yeah, don't even
hustle. So,
that's crazy. Yeah,
I've seen people give a lot of money.
It's crazy.
Now I'm not talking about people who have sincere hearts.
Right.
Because if you have a sincere heart and you want to do good for the people, then we just talk about you just joining a team that's been corrupt for a very long time. So you might just want to consider, doing what you feel inside. Real. All right, just keep it going.
Cool.
I want to shout out my
big facts.
I know a lot of people in the South go to church, and I got family, so I gotta respect them. I'm just talking about the higher ups.
Yeah, the ones that know.
I like going to certain churches for the band. Sometimes the band will be off the hook.
Oh, you must go to a Pentecostal,
like a real
right?
like a good church where they have a good band and everything, and they're really actually like some real musicians.
Right.
That could be a full-on concert.
Yeah. For long.
Early Christians to coincide with existing pagan festivals. The sun isn't yellow, it emits white light, which appears yellow from Earth due to atmospheric scattering. Wolves don't howl at the moon, they howl to communicate with their pack. The association with the moon is likely due to wolves being more active and howling more during the night. Frogs don't remain in gradually heating water, they jump out. If they are placed in already boiling water, they immediately die. Mice aren't especially attracted to cheese over other foods. Rubbing urine on jellyfish hit spots doesn't relieve pain. It can sometimes even worsen it. Rinsing the area with vinegar or salt water and removing tentacles is the recommended first aid. Fossil fuels don't come from dinosaurs, only a tiny portion. Most fossil fuels actually come from...
This is a good one.
Plants.
This is a good one.
Yeah.
This is a good one. Because they always trying to coordinate the whole dinosaur era, and some people feel like dinosaurs didn't even really exist.
Exactly.
And they try to say that that's how they got the fossil fuels. And yeah, it's like a whole...
There's plenty of oil.
Yeah.
There's a lot of oil. But they have to create scarcity.
Yeah.
Just like with diamonds.
We talked about in the episode, the game changer was the guy who invented, remember when Crip was up here too? The guy who had named it dinosaur. It wasn't even used as a term. They were calling it dragons before. So there was no such thing as dinosaur.
There's way more evidence of dragons than there's
Who's the guy named
sure.
who came up with dinosaur? I'm looking to the chat now. Remember we had that?
The guy who owned it, I think he owned museums and stuff.
Yeah, he just said, we call them dinosaurs.
Yeah.
In an episode like that.
Sir Richard Owen.
Yeah, there you go.
19th century science.
Game changer.
Gave a category called Dinosauria.
Game changer.
From the Greek word dinos, meaning terrible or fearful great. Or fearfully great. Saurus, meaning lizard.
Just a lizard.
So they basically called it a terribly, fearfully great lizard.
But before that, it was calling it something else. I'll leave that to y'all. Let's keep going.
I agree with
Madagascar.
100.
Fossil fuels don't come from dinosaurs, only a tiny portion. Most fossil fuels actually come from ancient plants. Henry Ford didn't invent the first automobile. It was Carl Benz, co-founder of Mercedes, who patented the first...
Carl Benz.
Oh, wow. Am I surprised? No, I'm not.
And people always call him a Benz, too.
Yeah. Carl Benz is all about the Benjamins. Well, it's Benz. That was
Mercedes Benz.
Everybody know what Benjamin was, but I'm just saying, Benjamin Frank.
Like, what you driving, this Benz?
Somebody said dragons in the Bible versus dinosaurs in science books.
Yeah. That's dope. Dragons in the Bible versus dinosaurs in science books. Shaking my head. Yeah. Shout out to Moonstar for that. It's exactly what it is.
First true automobile in 1886. Leaving your phone in charge after 100% doesn't harm the battery that much, since modern smartphones have built-in protections to prevent overcharging. Bears don't hibernate during the entire winter. They enter a state of torpor, not true hibernation, and can wake up and move around if necessary. Tomatoes aren't vegetables, they're fruits. Dogs don't just wave their tails when they're happy. They also do it when they're excited, agitated, or nervous. Cutting a worm will not make it into 2 worms, even though they have the ability to regenerate parts of their body. A duck's quack does indeed echo. Camelbacks don't store water, they store fat. You don't lose more heat from your head. The myth probably spread because the head is often the only uncovered part. The North Star is not the brightest star in the sky. That title belongs to Sirius.
Sirius A.
Water itself doesn't conduct electricity. Pure water is a poor conductor of electricity. It is the impurities and dissolved ions in water that conduct electricity. Eating at night does not make you gain more weight, since weight gain is determined by the balance of calories consumed versus calories burned.
But it'll mess up your night's sleep, though.
Just saying, okay.
Digestion.
Just saying, there's a lot of stuff that just been passed down, and everybody said they hold it as the grail.
Yeah.
And it's not even real.
That's cool. And it's talking about thermogenesis, calories in versus calories out.
And that goes back to what you said about nuances, too.
Yeah.
Timing of meals. Twinkling stars don't turn on and off. They appear to twinkle due to atmospheric turbulence. Hippos do not produce pink milk. The myth likely arose from the fact that...
I never even heard that.
Yeah, me either.
What?
Do you notice on the background of the video they have this really subtle music?
Yeah.
It's the perfect volume.
Yeah.
But it sounds like I'm at Disneyland.
Right.
Hippos secrete a reddish, oily substance called blood sweat, which acts as a sunscreen and antibiotic. Peanuts aren't nuts. They are legumes. There's no alpha wolf in wolf packs. They are typically family units led by parents. Porcupines cannot shoot their quills. While it is true that female praying mantises sometimes eat their mates, it is not a common occurrence in the wild. Milk isn't good for cats. Most of them are lactose intolerant. Coin flips aren't 50-50.
It's not for us.
What?
I was talking about the milk.
Oh.
Yeah, like lactose intolerance is not even a real thing.
For cats, yeah. Cats, like, they're carnivorous, though. Who is it? Somebody, like, tried to give their cat vegetarian food and it died.
Oh, wow.
But cats need...
It's insane.
Cats need meat.
Yeah, like, why would y'all...
You know what I'm saying?
They want meat.
Yeah.
It's slightly more probable that the side that was facing up comes out. If you want to discuss this video or suggest an idea for the next one, join my Discord. Link in the description.
All right, now you can hit the other one.
Yeah, that one was good.
That was good, right? It was good, yeah.
1.8 million views on that in 9 months.
That's what I'm trying to say.
9 months.
See, videos like that, they get shared a lot, passed around.
Let's get to the point. Let's get to the point.
So, did you want the other misconception? Because there's 3 of them in here.
Yeah, no, I said the 3. No, let's go to the complex. The other one.
Complex, okay.
Yeah, that's a good one. What's a God complex? Wait a minute. No, you know what? Let's do the distraction one. We got this. I'm gonna send that to you. I said that.
Historical misconceptions.
Ooh.
Here, I'll pull it on screen. They can't see this, but you can. Which one you want to do?
I'll go out. What would be a good one to come out of that one? Be you see? I don't see it go down. Historical misconceptions. That's what we did, right?
We did 2 of these. I think you sent me this one again.
Okay. What's that mental complex? Let's do that.
Okay.
It's a behavior pattern in which a person sees themselves as a savior, leader, or messianic figure. They often feel an intense need to be worshipped, followed, or revered by others, and they may believe they have a special destiny or a unique mission to save or transform others. This term can also be used to represent a mental state in which a person believes they are an actual messiah or prophet and will save or redeem people in a religious endeavor. The Messiah complex can manifest in various contexts, from political and religious leaders to individuals in positions of authority or influence.
Now, this is what I wanted to pause it for a minute. This would have been great for the sister that came on with cult leading, leading cults and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This is great because, like, even with, what's my man name that was down with York and them? They came to the show. That's always coming to the show. It's right off my tongue.
Tahuti?
Nah, not Tahuti. Tahuti knows him. Tripping.
Oh, you're talking about the Pickle Man.
Not Pickle Man. No, it's damn tripping. All right, go ahead. Just keep playing it. Keep playing it.
It's a psychological theory developed by Sigmund Freud that suggests that during early childhood, around ages 3 to 6, a child feels a subconscious sexual attraction to the opposite sex parent and jealousy towards the same sex parent,
about this.
seeing him or her as a rival. Freud believed this complex is a normal.
This is crazy. This is who R. Kelly went through. He suffered from this. You know, it's rewind it a little bit. Opius.
6, a child feels a subconscious sexual attraction to the opposite sex parent and jealousy towards the same sex parent, seeing him or her as a rival. Freud believed this complex is a normal stage of development that most children eventually outgrow, resolving these feelings as they identify more with the same sex parent. This complex is named after the Greek myth of Oedipus, who unknowingly killed his father and married his mother. Peter Pan complex. This term
Michael
is used to
Jackson.
describe an older person whose emotional life has remained at an adolescent level, avoiding responsibilities and commitments, and preferring a more irresponsible and childish attitude. It takes its name from Peter Pan, who is known for his refusal to grow up and his desire to remain eternally young. People with this complex usually leave important decisions to others, exhibit dependent behaviors, both emotionally and economically, and have a low tolerance for frustration. It's actually not recognized by the World Health Organization. It's not listed in the DSM-5, and it has a significant overlap with narcissistic personality disorder. Adonis complex. Also called muscle dysmorphia or vigorexia, it's a disorder in which the person is obsessed with their physical condition to unhealthy levels. People with this complex have a distorted view of themselves, seeing themselves as weak. It usually directly impacts their eating behavior and their physical activity levels, usually making them pretty extreme. It affects mostly men, particularly those involved in sports where body size or weight are competitive factors, becoming rationales to gain muscle or become leaner.
Some of the dudes that I follow online that be giving advice about nutrition. I think that they have good advice, but at the same time, I see them like, man, they're really into this. Do you know what I mean? And like, I have enthusiasm towards it too. But some of these guys, they're so ripped, but they're taking all of these like supplements and everything too. It's like, wow.
It's like almost
I wonder
like
if that's I wonder if that's in the Adonis complex, or they're just into it.
It's almost something's always wrong. Like it's never perfect. That's a disorder. That's a complex.
That's why
complex.
The cheat meal, I think, is a good thing because it kind of balances you out. You know what I mean? Like you have a strict diet, and then once in a while have a pizza.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Balance yourself out, reward yourself, and then go back on your diet.
Yeah, no, that's real.
That's what I be trying to do.
I think it's interesting that they're naming some of the complexes behind like Greek gods too. Yeah. It's almost like people are taking on the spirits or like the attributes of those, Greek gods. So that's interesting.
These complexes got to be made by psychologists, then I guess, huh?
More severe cases, social relationships are abandoned, and every other aspect of life is neglected to focus on training. It's also possible that some of them start getting an exaggerated protein intake and start using anabolic steroids to increase their muscle mass. People with this complex may not seek help, thinking they're leading a healthy lifestyle. Jonah complex. It's the fear of success, and it obviously prevents self-actualization, keeping those who suffer from it tied to behavior patterns that limit them. Some causes of this complex can be the fear of leaving the comfort zone and breaking the routine, or even shyness, since developing our talents usually goes hand in hand with attracting the attention of others. They can also have feelings of guilt because they feel they do not deserve it, as well as the fear that their relationships will be strained if they achieve success because their friends and family will react with jealousy. All of this also stems from the overwhelming sense of responsibility that could come with achieving success. Superiority.
I kind of had that when I started working with Priest, because I was like, yo, this is gonna blow up, we're about to do a podcast, and I told Priest, yo, I'm kind of afraid, like it's about to change our whole lives and everything, and it kind of is so far, but I'm excited now. But I went through that first hour or two where I was a little like,
I had to tell
nervous.
I tell you, man, you were tripping.
Remember that?
I remember that.
I feel like we all experience all of these complexes in some sort, in some degree. At some time. Maybe not all of them. Some of these are kind of extreme.
That's true.
But I think
the disorders, when it's repeated, you can't get it out of your system. Like if you would have still been like that, it'd be like, okay, you need medicine for it. Or you need some therapy or some type of stuff. That's what makes the disorder, because you have to put everything back in balance. When it's off balance and it's permanently like that, then it's different. You know what I'm saying? So you can have a healthy way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like working out. There's a healthy way to do it if you can stop. But when you can't and you got to continue, that's when it's a problem. If you're still like, no, I'm still nervous. Lord, whoa, man. Jonah, they didn't break down what Jonah represented. Jonah.
From the Bible, right?
Yeah. So he was told to go somewhere, Nineveh, I think. So he was told to go somewhere and teach it. He was nervous. I mean, he didn't want to do it. So he made everybody. The boat started to shake, and he made everybody kind of like off balance. So by getting rid of him, everything was cool. But the deep part about that was not Jonah. It was the person on the boat that noticed it. Somebody on there was deeper than Jonah because he was like, yo, well, something ain't right. Something ain't right. See, it's hidden messages within it. Yeah. There's a person that you didn't even talk about that was on point to say, yo, man, this boat is rocking because somebody on here did something dirty. Just like how the Pharaoh understood when Abraham lied. He's like, wait a minute, why you lie to me? Why did you lie and say that was your sister? You know what I'm saying? So there's not, when you look at deep into things, you start seeing, whoa, this person was woke and he provoked that to happen. Yeah. So they threw Jonah off the boat. Threw him off the boat and everything was cool. Now, in his story, right? In his story, he had a whole stuff, other things to worry about. But what the story's based on, there could be someone around you that makes everything throw off because that person is not right or not doing what they're supposed to be doing. It's one bad apple spoils the whole bunch.
Right. Yeah.
So take care of what you're supposed to take care of and make sure your team is taking care of what they're taking care of, to be a team.
Yeah. It's almost like watching the company that you keep.
Right, there you go. Yeah. Boom, you just killed it.
Unconscious mechanism in which a person exhibits attitudes of superiority to hide his or her own insecurities and feelings of inferiority. It usually manifests in an exaggerated belief in being exceptionally better than others, with inflated self-esteem and the conviction that everything they do, say, or believe is correct. This person tends to see others as inferior as a defense mechanism for his own shortcomings, and it can be associated with social withdrawal and daydreaming as ways to avoid facing the fear of failure. Inferiority complex. It consists of feeling inferior to other people without any rational reason, feeling that others are better, have more qualities, and more possibilities in everything. It may cause an individual to overcompensate in a number of ways. For example, a short person who feels inferior for that reason might wear special shoes to make himself appear taller or surround himself with individuals who are even shorter than he is. It may also cause an individual...
That's why I wear Air Force Ones.
To be prone to flashy attitudes with behaviors ranging from attention-seeking to excessive competitiveness and aggression in an attempt to compensate for their either real or imagined deficiencies.
Wow. So that's somewhere like the Napoleon complex. Is that fair when you start when a person is like constantly challenge you on that level?
Those are the ones that get really super buff. You seen those really short super buff dudes that are just like huge.
Yeah.
And they're driving like the real big cars.
Yeah.
Or like a super small person.
Yeah.
Right.
Nah, that's true.
That is true.
They come out of a monster truck.
Yeah. Even on the cartoons, they have it'd be a big stupid guy, and it'll be a little smart wizard that comes and put the head on the monster. You know what I mean? And fixes the head. You big dummy. Yeah, so you see that don't hang around those people if you don't want to be bothered with that type of.
That's right.
Superman complex. It's an unhealthy sense of responsibility, or the belief that everyone else lacks the capacity to successfully perform one or more tasks. Such a person may feel a constant need to save others, and in the process, takes on more work on their own. Othello syndrome. Also known as pathological jealousy, it's a delusional disorder in which the person suffering from it is firmly convinced that their partner is unfaithful without any rational reason to believe so.
My ex had that for sure.
It usually comes with obsessive thoughts, with the affected people constantly thinking that their partner is being unfaithful and having controlling behaviors, such as constantly monitoring their partner's activities, checking their messages or contacts, and limiting their overall freedom.
Ooh, Scorpio girls.
Wow. Wow.
If you were the Scorpio, she's already been in your phone.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, I can't stand that.
She's just making sure though.
Yeah.
It's Othello syndrome.
Yeah.
Othello syndrome comes from the character in Shakespeare's play Othello, who murders his wife as a result of a false belief that she has been unfaithful. Cinderella complex. It's a psychological term describing a woman's unconscious desire to be taken care of by others, like Cinderella being rescued by a prince. Women with this complex might feel unable to be independent or self-sufficient, often relying on others for support and decision-making, and may fear taking on adult responsibilities. The complex is said to become more apparent as a person grows older, and it might come from an education where a woman is expected to be beautiful, polite, and supportive of others, but fundamentally incapable of either taking care of herself or changing her situation through her own efforts. Instead, she is taught that she needs to be protected and taken care of by someone else, usually a man. Napoleon complex. This one refers to the aggressive attitude taken by some below-average height individuals who develop excessively dominant, ambitious, or aggressive behavior or personality to compensate for their perceived lack of height. This term is inspired by Napoleon Bonaparte, who was known for his relatively short stature but also for his excessive ambition and constant pursuit of power and military conquests, even though the reality is that he was of average height among all
he was
men.
5'6".
He was just much shorter than the elite soldiers, aristocrats, and high officials that he met with.
Not on that battlefield.
Yeah, so by comparison, he was short.
Yeah.
But like nowadays, you know what I mean? He was
all right.
5'6", yeah.
But back then, he thought he was, you know what I mean? Probably had some tall guys. Like,
that's what it's looking like.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's a psychological phenomenon that causes a person to seek recognition for heroism to unhealthy levels, such as by sneakily creating a harmful situation, which they can then resolve to be seen as a hero. Persecution complex.
Oh, wow.
It's a psychological phenomenon in which a person experiences the irrational and persistent belief that they are being persecuted, watched, or conspired against by others without any real evidence to support it. Those who suffer from this complex often interpret the actions of others in a distorted way, attributing malicious or persecutory intentions to them. When a malicious intention is attributed to a person, they are treated with hostility, probably causing that same person to be more hostile too, in a self-fulfilling prophecy that reaffirms the beliefs of the person with the persecution complex.
Wow.
Persecution delusions are very diverse in terms of content and vary from the possible, although improbable, to the completely bizarre. And those who suffer from these types of delusions might take drastic measures to feel like they're protected, such as not leaving their houses to avoid being harmed.
Hold on, stop that. Guilt complex. Shout out to Philip B. He says, find your balance. There's a solution right there. Watch what you eat, don't drink. He got balances in his thing. Minio Tap, what up? Such poison we suffer from. Yeah, but you got to find some type of balance in it, you know.
Yeah, no, that's facts. Can you grab me one too, please?
Some water.
Okay. Yeah, some of these complexes is crazy. I've seen a lot of them. I ain't gonna lie, in real life. I didn't even know it was a thing, so.
Yep.
Cinderella complex, I know a few girls with that.
Yeah.
I feel like they pushing that in the media right now, right?
It's society.
Yeah.
It is characterized by intense feelings of responsibility and remorse for past actions perceived as negative, even though they might not have been caused by him or her. It sometimes even includes the persistent belief and fear that the person will do something wrong in the future. The person feels guilt persistently, even when there is no clear or logical reason to do so. They are excessively self-critical and think they are responsible for everything bad that happens. God complex. A person with a God complex has extreme arrogance and a sense of superiority, and they may believe they are above their species and other species on Earth. They may refuse to admit the possibility of making a mistake or failing, even when faced with complex problems or difficult or impossible tasks. Additionally, they may consider their personal opinions as unquestionably correct, making them dogmatic and stubborn about their ideas. They believe the world revolves around them, lack empathy, and usually exhibit narcissistic personality disorder. Someone with a God complex may also exhibit no regard for the conventions and demands of society and may request special consideration or privileges. This complex is frequently found among business leaders, societal leaders, and political figures. Virgin complex. People with this complex feel that they cannot have a satisfying sexual relationship with someone they love deeply, as they perceive them as virginal or pure, while they can only feel sexual desire towards people they do not love, whom they perceive as impure.
That's crazy.
This obviously makes it difficult for them to integrate sexuality and love in a relationship. If you want to discuss this video or suggest an idea for the next one, join my Discord.
Why is it named that, though?
I feel like they just made that last one up.
Yeah, like, y'all just threw that in there. Like,
like, they go through a situation and then they just create a complexity name around it.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
That's why it went so quick. They ain't even explain it that well. They just...
Yeah, like someone doesn't have dessert. Oh, you got, I don't want dessert complex. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you just made
one
that
of those.
up.
Yeah, one of those. Play the next one. This guy right here, he had one of those complex. He was like silly. I want to show y'all this because he's real. This is when you not on point as much, but you just caught up in yourself so much, and you can't even see. It's almost God complex like. But let's see the end result of this. I just sent it to you.
Okay, hold up. I'm getting it ready. It's Instagram, right?
Yeah, you can show it.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay, Mojito.
I know, he's bugging. Okay, here we go.
This nigga, man, fucking Monday morning, nigga shopping and shit. Look at, oh man, oh man.
Hey, look, check it out, check it out.
This motherfucker.
See the flag, you can keep that.
Hey,
God complex.
hey, you know, respect that.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, he's flashing a gun in public.
No. Broad daylight. He thought that was going to slide. Who's the other dude?
With no shirt on. Hey, man. You see, that's what happens with dummies. Not doing the knowledge. Yo.
Did all that flashing. All that stunting.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know what I mean? Somebody said mental shackles. Yo, but he was just styling. It was just like, hands up, back.
It's the walk back.
Yeah.
He just knew.
Yeah. Yeah, that's stupid. Karma is yeah, man. You gotta do that's that God complex.
This nigga, man.
You didn't think he could have
Up,
it.
bro. And then look what you got on. That bright orange hat.
Yeah, you will see.
Man.
That's another AD.
Man.
Yo, all right. You got one more?
People just dumb.
Shout out to Jimmy Buffett. All right, this was sent to me by somebody. So we gotta show this one, and then we close out on this. What time you gotta get out of here?
Metaphor, he gonna scoop. Probably close to like 9.
All right.
Yeah, so we got some.
Yeah. Okay. Tripping. AD, go back to your thing.
I'm on it.
Well, text me the address to here so I can send it to him.
Okay.
You got somebody coming over?
Yeah.
Pick up. Nero is leaving us tonight, man.
Unfortunately.
I got it coming to you right now.
I'll send it to her right here.
Got y'all coming.
And Priest knows the pickup area. Because I have a pickup area. So for that address,
I can't right now. Cyrus, shout out to my man.
There's a specific pickup area, but Priest knows where that is. That.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I walk in. Yeah, I probably.
Yeah.
Solid.
I'm in a fortress over here.
Yeah, it is a little difficult to,
Yeah.
But I like that, though.
Me too.
Keep it real secluded and low key.
Got 2 security guards out front.
You know?
Just in case something pop off.
Just in
Hold
case.
up. All right. Oh, here we go. All right. Tell me what y'all think, man. It starts off a little. Let me see.
Fella B says, dope show.
Thanks. Okay.
We got all the moderators in the house.
Well, shout out to all Robert Borealis. Yeah, we set it off the day. I told you, 2025, we coming alive. Yo, need another KP and Nehru bingo. Yo, don't worry about that. We working on that. We working on that right now.
Always working.
Damian Wyatt says, yo, Nero has a very authentic voice. Graceful.
Hey, big love. Thank you.
No doubt.
What's up, Minty?
Copper said, dope show. Thank you. Go ahead, play this. This one is not a crash out, but this was sent to me about a good brother. I know I'm Starks. Shout out to Starks. This is dope. What do y'all think about this one? This one. All day I get videos, man. Shout out to everybody, especially Danny Salinas. He used to send me a lot. Y'all just keep sending me videos, man. I'll play them, you know. It's good. It's good education for the mind. Solo Jim, shout out to him, because he always be looking up some stuff. And it's good to be with the youth, you know what I'm saying? Because Solo Jim, he knows what the youth want to hear. You know, that's like yourself, you know. Yeah.
Solo.
All right, let's go.
An interdimensional being was spotted in Canada. I want y'all to see this.
Check it out.
You can see the legs.
What?
Yeah.
The veil is definitely thinning. There's going to be a lot more interdimensional beings popping up, and we're going to see a lot more. These beings are composed of plasma energy.
That's AI.
See the legs down here?
What do you say afterwards?
These almost look like wings a little bit. Almost look like a fairy or pixie. As the dimensions get closer and closer, we are gaining more access to the light photon spectrum. It's going to be a situation where these beings are going to just start popping up. All over the planet, people are reporting orbital structures and flashing lights. And honestly, this is one of the primary reasons why they amplify artificial intelligence, to make it more difficult for individuals to decipher what's real or what's reality. That way, anytime something is captured, individuals will say, no, that's artificial intelligence, that's not real.
That's what I said.
What's actually occurring is the matrix is falling apart, all right? The veil is completely being removed, and we're finally having the ability of seeing what's really going on. We are raising the fifth dimensional consciousness. And what's happening now is a lot of angelic plasma energy beings are beginning to actually surface. I keep telling y'all, the planet is a living entity. It has chakras and meridian pathways. As the planet wakes up, more energy, more plasma energy and things of that nature are going to surface. The Fae, Pixies, all of these beings, these mythical beings that you thought were fictional are going to begin to surface. One of the main reasons they blanket the sky with chemtrails is to actually keep us from seeing what's really going on. We are in the midst of the Hopi prophecy, and this is the return of red Kachina as well as blue Kachina. A recent 7 planetary alignment fostered new cosmic energy. A lot of people have been seeing a lot more shadow apparitions out the corner of their eye. A lot of people have been receiving more cosmic downloads as well as strange or peculiar dreams. This is primarily because your 12-strand genetics are being activated. One guy even told me his hair was turning a golden color. There are going to be a lot of peculiar ascension symptoms, some we can't explain. One thing I know is that the energy has been extremely intense. I highly recommend grounding and plugging in with the planet. Not only does it naturally lower your cortisol levels and raise your serotonin, but it also improves your auric field. Grounding actually improves your electron count, which eradicates free radicals in the body. Free radicals are the building blocks to things like cancer. I also highly recommend sun gazing, okay? If you're new to sun gazing, then sun gaze upon sunrise as well as sunset. This is when the sun is less luminous. Another great trick is actually peering from behind a tree. Sometimes you can use the leaves as filtration systems, and it would actually act as natural shades. The benefit of sun gazing is your pineal gland absorbs the light photons. Sun gazing also promotes vitamin D as well as production of neuromelanin. Also want to try your best to avoid toxic chemicals that have adverse effects on your pineal gland. Herbs such as lion's mane mushroom as well as ginkgo biloba will decalcify as well as activate your pineal gland. It's great for macular degeneration.
Does it go all the way back when you pause it?
No.
Because it's almost like
it's different.
This is Illmatic. Was I got a dream speech. Because it start off like that, but then you start going in.
Yeah.
Now within this, I think it's the amount you take that keeps flowing. Like if you start taking the berries, like if you drink a lot of water all the time, like here and there, you start feeling flush. You start thinking a little better. So you start taking these. You don't take them like one time or the lion mane. It becomes like a natural routine in your life.
It mellows you out.
Yeah, no, that's true.
You been doing it?
No, I've had mushroom coffee. that had lion's mane in it, and it made me so mellow I didn't want it anymore. It wasn't.
So you wouldn't like tea. You wouldn't like white tea.
You see me. I was never doing tea in the beginning. Remember, I always had my coffee, and you would always be like, "Ad, you want some tea?" And I'm like, "Nah." It's the tannins. The tannins just made me feel too mellow. I always need to be a little bit more up because as a Pisces, I'm already mellow.
Right.
I'm already a chill dude, so I like to be just a little bit up so I can get things done.
Right. See, that's what I'm saying. It's different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
So when you wanna like expand your mind and go a little bit deeper, you'll do some of the things. Sometimes you got to slow down the body to get the mind to start. Like fasting, killing the body to get the spirit to keep going.
See, now Aries and Geminis, they already up. They already hype, most of them. So they might like something like Lion's Mane to like get them to that equilibrium from their perspective.
Yeah. Or tea.
Yeah,
you know
or
what I mean?
tea. Yeah.
Mostly people that say have some tea, they be fighting kung fu flicks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sit down with the master and have some tea. But they have a different type of perspective when they get busy. But I guess the tea calms them down.
I mean,
from
every
all that
tea
damn fighting.
will do something different, right? Some teas will actually like bring you
Could
up.
be black tea.
Some teas will have you feeling a little stressed. Some teas will do. Whoa!
What happened? Oh yeah.
We just got a sponsorship right here from MoLife.
MoLife?
Wow.
MoLife put it on there.
Yeah.
Put some red on it.
You need to put that on a shirt. Play more Killah.
Hey, play more Killah Priest. No doubt.
Unsubscribe says 80 needs more sun. I agree with that. And eat cashews. Nah, I'm not a fan of cashews.
Well, too much. The Rishi, somebody who's that? Gods. Shout out Gods said what's his name? God Sentinel? No, God Sentinel.
God Sentinel.
God Sentinel. Sentinel. Wait, okay. He says Rishi's. Yeah, Rishi mushrooms are very good. I was with somebody, kidney and stuff like that. The Rishi mushrooms, man, you boil them for a long time. You can continue boiling them.
Yeah, you can cook them like hell.
Yeah. You just want to extract all of that knowledge and that ingredients that's inside of them, and you drink it, man. And it was like, man, actually,
that's why
we have some conversation. Ask Solo Gems. We sometimes we be just zoning out, just drinking tea. There's a flip. Right? And we just be like, what? We floated out this store. It's called Chado's, right? The tea house. We floated out there many nights. It's like, come back, sleepy rabbit. You ever saw that one? That's my favorite. Bugs Bunny, when he did that explosion, when they went down that stream, no doubt. He said, Phila B said oyster sauce.
Oysters, getting your oysters.
Yeah. I don't know too much about oyster sauce. What's that about? You want to know?
I mean, oysters are a good source of zinc, good for men, for testosterone.
Yeah, just like that.
I just can't eat oysters, man. It's the texture.
Yeah, I ain't really pressed for it either.
I could barely have calamari.
Now I'll look for the pearl.
I mean, mussels are pretty good though.
Mussels?
I can do mussels.
I can't do mussels. I can't even. Shrimp. I used to do shrimp, but then people would be like, "Oh, those are the roaches of the sea." I'm done.
Make it.
Someone said it's the roaches of the sea. I'm done with shrimp now. Killed it for me.
You can't unsee it.
Yeah, and when I was a kid, I loved Sizzler. I was like, all you can eat shrimp. I'd be full after the second serving. Then you get older, you learn stuff, and it's like, man, ignorance was bliss when you were a kid.
Yeah.
And you could just have Kool-Aid and all you can eat shrimp at Sizzler.
Yeah.
But I think food tasted better when we was kids anyway.
Yeah, it did.
Wow.
Like, I don't know if the quality of food changed or if we changed in some way.
I think both.
Yeah. Definitely.
I used to love Ovaltine. The malt flavor Ovaltine. That was like crack for me when I was a kid. Super young. Now I get older, I'm like, soy lecithin. I can't be having this.
No, but for real.
Some of these things we never even heard of.
Philip B says he's so hungry right now, thanks to us.
Yeah.
I think I started with the pizza. Once I mentioned pizza, people
it was over.
That's a triggering word for people. They're like, oh, pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gotta get the ones made with olive oil. Don't eat the pizza with canola oil, which is most of them. You gotta go and find those special spots that'll make it with olive oil, y'all. Extra virgin.
Yeah. No doubt, man. We're not going to give up everything tonight, but some of those, we're going to be going through those. A couple of them, yeah, man. We're going to be going through a couple of those. So you start learning, like, man, dang, everything that they taught us wasn't true. Mm-hmm. And then everything that they say is just a saying, passed down, you know?
Yeah, always be skeptical. Question everything.
Yeah.
Definitely question everything.
Exactly.
They be lying about the smallest things, like even how they said that like the internet and stuff comes from outer space, but now they saying that it's cords in the in the ocean. It's like, what are we? Okay,
yeah.
All right. Like, why y'all just
fiber optic cable under the ocean?
Yeah, like why? Like, is that even true though?
Yeah, that makes more sense because it's through a wire.
Like why y'all just lying? Like, if y'all knew this already, why you couldn't just told us?
Because they want you to believe in satellites and stuff. They want you to believe, so that way you keep paying for NASA.
Wow.
They're making millions and billions.
It's all a scam, guys.
We get better footage of space from Universal Studios.
It's all a scam.
Yeah.
Don't mind his cameo.
I'll go through every historical misconception. That's a good one too. There's a lot of historical misconceptions out there. Shock people when they start finding these things out. Crazy, mind blowing. Yeah. This is the age of information, so I'm not shocked a lot of these things are coming out now. And so in this information time, get ready to learn a lot of more things, Things are gonna shock us. It's going to shock you when you find out, oh, damn. It tells you.
Yeah.
Many miles are going to be like, what? I didn't.
Shock your chakras.
Yeah. Oh, I like that, chakras. Going to be chakras.
Chakra shock.
Somebody said wheel in hand. That's so nice. Malt so mill. Yeah, man, what else? There's a lot of stuff I'm not going to shoot out right now. But we did. I think we covered a base amount of our knowledge today, wisdom and understanding. Right now, let me tell you a little bit about the next shows I got coming up. And also tell us about what you got going on.
I just be having my hands in so much stuff at once.
9 joints.
Yeah, that was crazy. So we definitely got the Royal Priesthood joint coming real soon. I'm working on a personal project right now. It's basically done, just roll out and all that right now. Just like working on that. So yeah, I'm working on my personal projects featuring Killah Priest, OG. I got Baby Mother and I have Metaphor the Great featured on there as well. I have a lot of other just side projects that I'm working on too, and then I'm working on like a lot of different features. So you gonna hit you gonna hit me on like a lot of different projects this year. And of course I'm doing my modeling. Of course I'm still doing programming events and doing this and doing that over here. So yeah, you just gotta stay tuned. Follow me on Instagram and all that.
Somebody asked, Aurora asked, how was Amsterdam?
Amsterdam was dope. It was amazing.
When did you go?
Amazing.
I went January, so I was basically there the whole month of January. But yeah, it was definitely a different vibe. It was my first time being out of the country. So yeah, it was a good way to start 2025. I would say that. Definitely a good way to start 2025.
You was out there for New Year's?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
I know, right? That was crazy.
I can imagine that.
Fireworks and yeah, it was pretty dope. Got to make some connections and just show face, get my feet wet, all that good stuff. So yeah.
Man, shout out to Shroom and Jordan Maxwell, producers out there too. I should have known that, man. Y'all would have hooked out. You ever been in the studio? Studio. Man, I don't know. I think we got caught up with the last day of retrograde because it was just off a little bit. They're not intentional. It was just off. Like Me being in San Diego and then doing an extra day, even Mick Cap was like, man, I didn't even know. Yeah. Only one was there. And you can check out his, go to his Instagram page, Dave Flores. He's got some on the show up there. It was a good vibe. Then my boy, we did some of the Podcraft. And me and AD had problems. That was retro too, getting me on the line. Yeah. And
it was just too much loudness.
And Crumb was up here. What was he talking about?
Crumb did a great job. He did a whole presentation.
Yeah.
So that went pretty cool. He went in deep.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch it. I can't wait to watch it, man.
Yeah.
What was the subject?
Oh man, my brain's not thinking on that right now. But it was.
You're in the meditative zone.
Yeah, no, he went in good on something. He had a whole PowerPoint presentation on it, and let's see, can we pull it up right now?
Solar Fact says, is Amsterdam its own country or a city within a country? Good question.
I think it's a city within a country.
All right, come on now, Sewell. Stop it. I see Sewell on there.
Hey,
you in fighting already.
Hey, yo. Shout out to Sewell.
Yeah.
It was about
Don't use those words, Sewell. Well.
It was about the movie Craven. Crumb did a review on Craven and basically gave us a whole run through on it.
Right.
So that was interesting. We went 5 hours that day, yo.
What a Borealis do? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was building.
Yeah, you could, man. It's just so much you can get throughout these movies.
Yeah.
You know, it's just so much you can sit down and break down because these movies are like, those are like wonders. You know what I mean? You can just look at the wonder and be like, because they have you mesmerized with all the lights. Then they have the popcorn. So it's like a little ritual. You walk down a red carpet, find your seat, you sit back, a whole screen come on, and then you're in this building with a whole bunch of people.
That's true.
That you don't know, but y'all sharing the same experience. And inside the auditorium, you know?
Yeah.
And you're watching the stars. So it's almost like you know, they got you enchanted. All of us are just gazing, and then you have to go into that realm and break that stuff down, man. Even Solar Fact said Crumb went in, very informative. Yeah, I think Crumb is getting even better and better, man, as he goes on.
Oh yeah.
And all you need is faith of a mustard seed. So he took the Crumb, and that's a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Master student.
Yeah.
I know a brother by the name of number 2, and I asked him, why do you take number 2? He said, because everybody want to be number 1. I'll take number 2. So it's not about wanting to be first. It's just wanting to be great. So, you know, everybody got their slot. You do what you do, and you just do it to your best ability. I think that's the moral of the story, is endure. Just stick in there, hang in there, and your time is going to come. And everybody has their time. Every person has their time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it goes down the line like that. And for the person, sometimes you try to stick around too long. You know, Michael Jordan came back. Ali, you know what I mean? So Allen Iverson. I mean, Ivan. Yeah. Sometimes you have your time, you be like, man, you in it. But then it's time to move on. That's what it said. You got to pass the baton.
Yeah.
So at some point, and you do it in glory. There's a way you do it with honor. If you do it with respect and be a renown, then you could receive your reward. You'll have your praise or whatever you seek. You'll have that. That'll be waiting for you. Yeah, I got a song called Just Be. No doubt. Shout out to my man, Whoa. Slow gassing right now.
Whoa.
All right, so anything else? Do we go on to the music?
Yeah, we can get into the music.
Let's go on to the music, yo.
All right, here we go.
Thorn Promotions. You send in your music, we play it live on the show for Killah Priest and the world to hear.
All right, and All right. Let's go. Are y'all ready or what? About to do this. Let's see how many entries we got today. All right, 1, 2, April 10th. We are at April 10th. It is. Okay, let me hit refresh. Yep. And according to my calculations, we have approximately no submissions.
We must have ended too quick. I mean, we ended too quick.
No, because they're supposed to have their submissions in before the show starts, technically.
Right.
But we've always been letting it slide and allowing people to submit last minute.
All right.
Let me see if I messed up or anything, or if I had skipped anybody. I have no reserves or opener here yet.
That's what's up. I'll ask KBA to play it next week. What you talking about? Mito tap? Sorry, we still working. I have one on YouTube, baby. Sorry, we still working. Yeah, I heard about you at the studio, man. No doubt. Word. I know sometimes when we end quick, the people don't put in their music as fast enough, but you know, we tell them all at the beginning to always post something at the beginning.
Yeah, well, we've had only like a couple shows where we had no submissions.
Yeah.
So it's not too odd.
Nope. Well,
David Blazer might send something here. I don't know what's up.
At that time. Not enough time. No doubt, man. We got to get out of here soon, though. Definitely about to get out of here.
Word.
Yeah. We've been ending the show a little quick because I'm in work mode.
Yeah.
And AD, we doing a lot of other stuff, so we just can't stick around as long, but we will be on more days, so don't worry about it. S.L. Smith, I see you, man. Got the sad emoji, man. We'll be back. Well, I know, let me let y'all see Nero before she be out.
Yeah, technically 2.5 hours to 3 hours is a already long enough show for a podcast.
Yeah, we got to go, man.
You know what I'm saying? We've been doing 4 hours, 5 hours sometimes.
Thank you for the buck. That goes out to Mo. He supported the Podcraft today.
Mo Life.
No doubt. That's what I'm talking about.
Damn.
Drop that unreleased. Oh, while we here, AD, you gave me the road transmission. What's the one? Oh, Paul Robinson.
Who's that?
Hit them, so the song I got.
The song you got, Paul Robinson?
Paul Robinson. Or Voodoo. Remember you and C6. C6 did a mix of it, and then you did one too. Shout out to C6.
It's a song?
Of course. Paul Robinson.
Robinson?
Paul Robinson.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Told you. Is that your mix or is that C6?
The way it's titled, it looks like I would title it like that because it says KP, but it doesn't say mastered. And
it's not mastered, it's Voodoo, right?
You want me to play it?
Play one verse. Yo, for y'all who stuck around.
Bless God, I don't see no more, whatever day is. Mercy, Lord, mercy.
Start to feel nauseous. The sunbeam, you in tune with unseen forces. You start to suffocate. It's hard to resuscitate. You stumble and fall, but every time you get up, you shake. You try to recuperate, but suffer from muscle aches. Next is shortness of breath. Feel like you brought to your death. Suddenly, your sense of doom. You started talking less. 5 hours early, perfect discoloration. Like a bruise appears on your skin. He can't finish writing, he's confused. Stop moving his pen. What's the matter? Feeling his stomach shaking, convulsed. No doctor around to start taking his pulse. As the hours passed, he couldn't release gas. As the blanket of the angels covered his stomach, he felt rumbling. Suddenly thought the nut was coming. Suddenly a pool of sour saliva flooded in under his tongue. Torture, he thought to himself, ended all and put himself in front of a gun. But his hands were numb. Writing my style, this is what you panic from. Surrender. dirt to the inventor. Anything the priest produced, turn it loose. I came to collect internal revenue. Your outstanding debt of my concept from 91 to 97 too. Your grave is mine as you say your rhyme and you burn in the booth. The audience in the Coliseum deserve the truth. I'm chasing history, you following demons to the church's pew.
Where's my hammer?
That's
my hammer, I split his head.
That's it?
Yeah, that's this.
Yeah, you must have snapped that in. I didn't master that one.
Nah, it's not mastered yet. But you and got a piece of that one. Somebody said, let's roll. That's how we do. Danny, can you play Gateway by Killah Priest at the end of the show? AD, salute to Priest. See you in Chicago, Lord. No doubt I'll be out there soon and very soon. No doubt. Wing 2. All right, they gave me number 5, no doubt. That's just a little bit. That's just a little bit. I cut it short. I'm in the seaside, no doubt. All right, Niru, want to say peace to everyone. Yo, you got any music you want to play for them? Or,
I say we got anything exclusive that we worked on?
Go in front of the mic.
Oh shoot! I was trying to see if we had anything exclusive that me and Priest been working on handy.
Oh.
I was gonna say maybe the beginning, the joint.
Got some?
I got you on.
Yeah.
I can send that to AD real quick.
Yeah, send the beginning.
Close out with that.
Oh damn.
Yo, early Sons of Man 2. Now still amazing, Bad Priest, no doubt. Shout out to you, brother.
Let me see if I can get that real quick.
Exclusive hot new mix. Brand new banger.
New Priest.
I know you gonna dig this.
New Priest.
Hot shit.
Here
it comes.
Brand new!
It's about to go back.
Shout out to Side Martial Law. We'll have him up here. Karina. Oh, Neo Nick, African T. John Newsom.
Yeah, I just sent it to you on WhatsApp. Oh, shit.
Let's go.
On WhatsApp.
So this the intro to my next project.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is gonna be crazy.
Okay, give me a second. It's updating. Here we go.
It's her. Yeah, I was just chilling. Chilling one day, you know. I need you to show them. Picked up the tablets, looking at the stones. Read it, say it. That's when I first heard her. Say it, say her name. Naru, the 4 Fuji. Yes. The science was encrypted. Priest missed it. Man, wait till you get with it.
If not, it's synthetic, and trust me, you regret it. Smoking weed for the leverage and streamies for my headache. Eat your veggies, kids, and your vitamins. Eat your veggies, kids, and your vitamins. I'm a prophet of the generation, heaven sent.
abstract.
Yeah.
What do you call that? I just put sneak preview. I don't know what you
It's called The Beginning.
The Beginning.
Yeah. Wow. Who produced it?
It's a mixture between a few different people that's a part of my collective.
That's
so
dope.
I just kind of like compose and just kind of tell people like, hey, reverse that, add that, put that right here, you know, type of thing.
I like how you're going cinematic with it.
Yeah, trying to as much as I can. And just trying to create like my own genre, really, you know, like making sounds that people don't necessarily hear or can't put their finger on. Like, what genre is that? Like, is that R&B? Is that neo soul? Is it funk? You know, type of thing. So, yeah.
I see in the future you, Priest, and Donnie Arcade in a video.
Shout out to Donnie, man.
In a video.
Shout out to Donnie.
Do you know what I'm saying? Where he animates you all three.
Yeah, that'll go crazy.
Yeah, that'll go crazy.
Because that whole epic cinematic sound is a good thing for the beginning, as you said.
Yeah, definitely.
I can see Donnie and Crip Jesus too.
I see that.
Yeah,
I can see
just dancing on the track. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Crazy. Shout out to Danny. Donnie Arcade, man.
Shout out to Donnie.
It's an honor.
Some of these collaborations seem inevitable.
Yo, it's an ecosystem going over here, man. It's a not an ecosystem, an eco or echo. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, we just on the craft, man. This is a great place to be, and it's all light. Cause you and Ty Phoenix are from the same.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. I didn't
crazy.
even know. I
Crazy.
just met her. Not last week, but the weekend before last. I created a show in Baltimore, and I booked her for the show.
Wow.
Yeah, I was just like, yo, if I knew that you were here sooner, I would have had you on plenty of shows. Because I create a lot of stuff in the East Coast and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's not far from me at all. Yeah.
Entrepreneurs.
Finally met her, you know, in the person, in the flesh. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely sis.
It's greatness right there. Word. All right.
Solar Fact says, felt like the start of a spiritual joyride. Fire.
Yeah.
Nice work, Queen Nehru.
Thank you. Thank you.
David Blazer says, Royal Queenhood is fire.
Hey, shout out to you.
Heart with fire, heart with fire.
Yeah, DJ Blazer. Bet.
Be more. Yep, you got to put the other O.
Khwaja Rakib
and the
El
R.
Shams.
Be more. Right.
He said I was with the B more. Nah, they the homies. I'm not a part of their like crew though, but he did. You know, we collabed on the feature and everything. They good people though. They family.
Oh, Be more.
Yeah, they was asking me about DBL. Yeah.
All right.
So while we were doing all that, Aurora Borealis submitted a track.
Okay.
Gotcha. But it's just the one track, so here we go.
I got to go. I got things to do.
This is a collaboration
Shout out
with
to Aurora, man. Shout out to
Aurora Borealis. Let's do it.
Take off your glasses as I approach you. Yo, bop me through your bifocal. I come still, yes, y'all, I'm bivocal. Yes, y'all, that means I got versatile ability. Grab the microphone and put you in mental facility. After I'm done, guys, I'm the one who energized the cipher. Flows twice as nicer than the average MC. Trying to be spitting some written ground too, thought you knew. I spit in different types of fucking ways. David J. the Blaze, jump in the cipher with the flav. What you thinking when you stepping, you have best behave. And cause you misbehave, I be taking you down to the ground, that's when I'm making you bow down to the Lord, but not like that though, cause that be Jesus and the whole world, he need us to get together and get along forever. However, what he see man in the Navy, oh my God, man, I wish I was playing these is the end times like Revelation. Ain't saying you evil, you were just kicking it with the wrong people. Get on track, we be pleasing the Lord, he be blessing us. Anyone who wanna be testing us, we confessing us, yo. Yes, we do. We say our faults. We just make our life better and keep getting better forever. However, we still be attacked. That's why I'm strapped with the Bible. Revival, homicidal towards the demon. Yo, we have to be uncomfortable for real and get a resurrection all over again like 91 through 94. Hip hop took it to the 11th floor and now we gotta get back to the 37th. Pick up the microphone. Yo, I'm checking. Just like that. Gems and boom bapping, all facts. Underground hip hop lyrics and beats that's straight for real.
Breeze?
That was Aurora Borealis track?
I believe so, yeah.
He just had 3 bars.
Yeah.
Literally, he came in at the end. David J. Blazer. You just pop up everywhere, man. Yeah. You're everywhere, brother. It's like, yeah. He said with fire. Yeah, you gotta pop up with the fire.
Oh, that was DJ Blazer rapping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Submitted by Aurora.
All right, cool. Yeah, I feel like between 25 seconds and like 40 seconds, you really found a pocket. I forgot what you said, but it was a pocket I feel like that you had. I know you was probably playing around a little bit, but if you can keep that pocket, I think it was 25 seconds to like 40 seconds. You had a vibe. You definitely had a vibe. But yeah, it sounded like a draft. It definitely don't sound like...
It's a draft, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the final product.
Vocals were too loud.
Yeah.
Cool effect, though. Cool effect with the reverb a little bit, but it was too loud. The beat was totally in the background. You got to bring that beat forward, make that dominant, and slowly bring up the vocals until your head starts to bob. You'll know exactly. Otherwise, just submit it to Studio AD and have us do it for you. $100 a song for a mix and master. First one is free. Those are competitive prices. Best deal in town.
Yeah. Hey.
Y'all know where to go.
That's it. Well, yeah. Watch Carol Burnett. I'm so glad we had this time together. Tune in. We'll be back Sunday, Wednesday, next Thursday. What's the day? Thursday?
Today is Thursday. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Thursday.
No, man.
Day of Thor.
We're gonna salute. We're gonna salute Nero with nothing but fire. We're gonna wish her a safe flight all together. Just throw fire in the flames and chat. Throw the prayer hands and hearts. Show Nero some love.
Yeah, like y'all. I'll be back soon. Y'all know. We popping in, popping out for real.
Exactly, man. So that, man, we'll miss you.
Yeah.
But you gotta come back with, you gotta hit us back. You gotta hit us back up. We're jamming. Somebody said we be jamming.
We be jamming.
That's my man at Guam. Hey, Priest. Guam. All right.
I gotta go. I see y'all on Podcraft. Shout out to AD. Shout out to Killah Priest. Y'all know what's going on. Mustard Seed out right now. Make sure y'all get all the projects. He got an amazing discography. All right.
Time for